everyone, hope your day is going good. There's a lot going on because I know it's been a while since I posted a video. I just decided to ease off of social media for a while, and I still was on social media, but I just didn't do any videos or anything because personal things I was dealing with and everything and whatnot. But usually when I do videos, it kind of relates to my personal life, but also it relates to some of the things that I have seen either online or offline. So since I got a free time right now, somewhat free time, I'm deciding to do a video on something that was weighing on my mind for a long time, and I see it throughout social media, and I also see it in my personal life and from what others are saying. And some of the stuff that one of the things that was on my mind that is very prevalent in today's dating market is rejections. And that's the word that a lot of us don't really like to hear. Well, they don't like to deal with, because rejections doesn't necessarily a person can say certain things that mean that they don't really say certain things that means that they are rejecting you, but they can prove rejection by their actions. An example of rejection would be, you may ask a girl out and let her know that you were interested. She could be flat out saying that, I'm not interested in you. Or she may say, boy, get out my face. Or she may look at you and start laughing, especially if she's with her friends. Oh my God, she'll start laughing and everything, because usually a lot of women, especially young females, they like to show out in front of their friends, Or they may even say things like, I'm not looking for a relationship, meaning they're not interested in you. They don't want to be in a relationship with you. Because trust me, a lot of women will want a relationship, even if they don't want to be in a relationship. They will want a relationship with a guy who they want to be with. They may not say, I'm not interested in a relationship, but I really like this guy, I'm going to date him. So don't fall for the I don't feel like being in a relationship trope, because that's just another way of them saying that they are interested in you. Sometimes you just got to read hints and also read facial expressions. Because when you look at the facial expression, if she kind of cut you off in the last minute, if she didn't want to say, what, I'm so busy, I got to go, I'll call you back, or give me your number, I'll call you. And you gave her a number and she never called, or you got her number, you call and she tells you she's going to call you back, and never call you back, never text you back. Trust me, nobody's that busy. Even the president will be that busy. And he got the busiest job in the country. But that means she's not interested in you. Delete her number or block her if you have to, and move on and talk to somebody else, because that means that you're not really a priority in her life, and she don't. And another thing to look at it is, since I'm not a priority, you're not a priority, so leave her alone. Trust me, she didn't do anything wrong, because she has a right not to be with you, and you got the right to keep trying to go with somebody else, not with her, but move on to somebody else. And one thing I can say about that, because I've been rejected before. Just imagine, I think I was like in middle school. Yeah, I was in middle school. This one female that I liked, I told a friend of mine about her. Actually did. And I tried to get him to talk to her for me. He eventually did. And, maybe a year or so later, because I was like maybe in the 6th grade, 7th grade, I saw her and we rode the same bus together. She told one guy, he told this guy, and this guy told her that I like her. Because at that time, back then, I was a little shy, of course. She looked at me like, ew, no, disgusting. Me to tell me, I wasted my energy trying to find the right word to say to her, trying to find certain things to do, certain measures I want to do. Try to wear the nice clothes every time I see her, just for her to say, no. And to make it worse, my so-called buddy say some things to her that make me look like I'm insignificant. I'm like, why did he do that? Some friend he was. And she's like, oh, really? But come to find out, she probably wasn't interested in me anyway. I even see her even as of today. I actually saw her maybe a few days ago, maybe less than a week. And I think I saw her at the grocery store in the parking lot. And I walk up there and speak, see what's going on, whatever. And she told me about some of the things going on in her life. A very brief conversation. Now that we're both adults now. But that's got me thinking back. That's like one of the first major rejection I had. And it sure wasn't the last. I had rejections after rejections. I had some rejections. Some of them were successful. I ain't gonna lie. Very, very few of them were successful. But many of the rejections I had was very cold. I even had some of them rejected me to the point of them pretending that they liked me. And I just go for it. And she gave me the number of her friend. And her friend got mad at her. And she said things like, oh no, don't put me up with him. Oh no, she got so disgusted that she blocked my number. And that was like back in when I was like, I was much younger then. I was a teenager, but I was like a little younger. Like maybe under 10 years ago. But you know what I did after some of these rejections that happened? I keep on trying. I keep trying to date. Even to this day, I still go out on a few dates. And the last date I actually been on, it was successful. We just remained friends. We were just two different type of people, but we just good friends. And the date I had prior to that was the woman that I really want to get with. She had all the good qualities and everything. And a mistake I made on that date was, I think I actually talk a little too much. The reason why I talk a little too much because I don't want to be boring. And one lesson that I learned from that is don't try too hard. And sometimes you gotta be a little silent. Let her speak to you for a while. Don't be too silent, but be silent. And let her do some of the talking. And you do more listen. Listen more than you talk. That's some of the stuff I learned to myself. Because I can talk. As you can see me talking on this video. But the ways how you could handle rejections, I would recommend that you don't take it personal, because it's definitely not you, it's her. She has the right to not choose you. She has the right to choose who she want to be with. And if she don't find you attractive, it is what it is. Keep trying. Because you got some guys that will get rejected to a woman. And some of them claim that the woman is out of their league. And they even get so angry and upset and decide to take it out on another woman. They might even do things like give her flowers and stuff. And try to be gentlemen to her. Which is a good thing. I'm not saying that you can't. I mean, it's a good thing. If that's who you are. But some of them try to be phony with it. And she might say, you're a nice guy, you're a gentleman, but I'm not interested for whatever reason. And then some of these guys switch up and say, man, forget being a gentleman. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna start acting like I don't want them. I'm gonna treat them like dirt. And they try to change that behavior of themselves. And kind of find out the next woman they get with, they're probably like the guy who he was, but the guy who he turned himself out to be. he ended up missing out on a woman that possibly could have dated him. So it's best to be yourself. Just keep doing what you're doing. The right woman will appreciate you for who you are. And this includes me, because I still have my integrity. There's certain things I do. There's certain policies, my own policies I go by. And one of the things I do go by is, I treat her with respect. Yeah. I think that, I might do things like, basically I do old-fashioned stuff. And, very traditional. I just be myself. And I like to tell little jokes. That's who I am. Some women might find that annoying. Some women might find that very, very attractive. But every woman is different. And please, and this going for the fellas, 'cause I noticed that a lot of men have these issues. And please don't call this woman out by her name if she don't want to be with you. If she say, you know what, I'm not interested in you, leave me alone. Don't stalk her. Don't follow her. Don't beg her. She said what she said. She meant what she meant. All it takes is just one word, just like one rejection. I'm not interested in you, or I don't want a relationship right now, or I'm seeing somebody, even if she are or she isn't. Don't go back behind her and check to see if she's telling the truth. If she, just take it as face value and say, okay, she not the one for you. Move on. Because you keep begging and trying so hard, that's not going to win her. Now, you got some women that say things like they like it when a guy keep pursuing them because they find that attractive, because they just want to play hard to get so the guy can get with them. These days and time, don't do that, because you got a lot of women that can easily report sexual harassment or harassing them, or they can say you're stalking them. They can call the police. You know what I'm saying? There's so many things you can get yourself into by doing that. So I would say don't fall for that. But sometimes you can just look at facial expression. If she seemed like she kind of smile or smirk and kind of look at you, smile and say no, whatever, and kind of look a little jokeful with it, then yeah, I say kind of pursue it, because that's somewhat she's kind of welcoming you to it. And if she were to say things like, I want you to prove it to me, then do that. But if she don't look at you and she kind of walk away from you, or kind of move her body away from you, don't pursue, because she's not the one for you. She's not interested. And like the saying goes, there's every woman, like there's more women on this planet than men. And out of all the women in this planet, at least one of them will like you for who you are. It may not be the ones that you want, but she definitely the one that will like you for who you are, and she could be the one that you need. And sometimes, I actually go to like Google and I look at my county. I look up how many black women in the county that I'm in, and I think that's kind of relegated to the census or whatever. I don't know, because I live in like a small area in South Carolina, and that county is pretty vast when it comes to black people, and there's a lot of black women in the county I'm in. And I gotta Google it. I gotta look at my Google. I'm not sure what it is, but I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's like 72,000 black women in my county. Which in cities like maybe New York, Florida, California, Texas, that seemed relatively low. But 72 black women in that county, I'm not talking about the whole state. I'm talking about just within that county. That's a lot. And out of 72,000, I'm pretty sure there's several women in there that might like me for who I am. It's just that I gotta put myself out there. I'm just saying it as an example. you might, out of those, you might get more rejections than you get accepting. But I'm pretty sure out of all those women in there, you're going to at least find one that's for you. I would, according to me, I'm sorry, I would at least find one that is for me. So, for all the guys who saying there's no women out there, there's no excuse, because there are women out there. And sometimes you might have to do some traveling. I'm not talking about going overseas or anything, if that's what you want to do. But I mean, sometimes you got to get out your hometown and go to another city and meet women. Sometimes you might have to go to the capital. Sometimes you might have to go to another state. But make sure it's not really too far away. I think long distance relationship could work too, if you're willing to move and you know get yourself situated and everything. Then I'm pretty sure you can make you are able to work it out. But the main thing is, don't give up. Keep practicing. Keep being yourself. Keep working on. You could be yourself, but also work on yourself. Upgrade yourself. Be yourself, but upgrade yourself. And keep trying. That's like playing baseball. When you play baseball, you might get a few strikeouts. But if you keep playing that game, no matter what inning it is, your main purpose is to try to hit that ball to home run with every swing. You might have a few strikes, but eventually, if you keep practicing, you may even hit a home run. Just focus on the home run. That's what it's like when it comes to dating and dealing with rejections. Don't focus on rejections. Just focus on, I'm going to get her. I think I can do it. And if it doesn't work out, don't think about what if it is, but let's just say it doesn't work out. Move on to the next. And I hope this video here inspires some of these guys who's online complaining about not finding a woman that's for them. Because trust me, there's a woman out there for you. But keep going at it. That's the beauty part of dating. When you're dating, you have a chance to choose any woman you want. And some of the women that rejected you, more likely it's for the best. You haven't missed anything. Keep trying. Keep polishing yourself up, because dating is a skill. And when you master the skill and you find a woman you want and you both get in a relationship, remember this though, the dating never stops. You got to date, even when you're in a relationship and even married, you can still go out on dates with her. But that concludes my video, and I hope this inspires some of these men out here. And it definitely inspiring myself too, because I'm actually making this video for myself, and I hope this helped my fellow brothers out there.